is live, and there's the big reveal, folks. Who's that Pokemon? It is big ol' Zebradong, and they are getting the good side here on the P1 on Terminal, and hopefully they can just hold this for the rest of the game here, Q, because that's key.
Yep, the fellow Donkey and Zebra Dogs are going to need to hold up straight in the back and see if they can hold these spawns, and it looks like they're doing so right now. They're finding the kills. Verbose is onto the hill, though, getting some time early, but he's going to get flanked by the Ether Dong himself, so already a tough battle with these hard names to say there, Keith.
Oh, yeah, gotta keep it nice and PG around here, folks, as they begin to move over towards the P2 side here in Dreams. You got Chef gets taken out early off the rotation, and KJ gets taken out as well. There goes Ghost, and now it's just up to Verbose to try and get something going. Oh, and he finds a two-piece. He's not able to get the players out of the back of the hill, and unfortunately, those players are going to spawn right back up and back security. But that's a good opener to get there, at least delay for a moment. But now this is going to be looking like a situation where the Sloths can put on a lot of time.
Yeah, like they had a lot go right there with that two-piece, right? And even still, this hill is just so hard to break with those back spawns in place. But New York is doing a decent job of it. They're finding a lot of kills on the outside, but just unable to find that last one that'll get them in, as Seattle is now starting to get towards the 40-point lead mark with 30 seconds still left to get on this hill. And you already see the nature of New York SubPar's decision-making here, right? They're trying to hold that plane so they can at least look at the next 60 maybe.
Yeah, this is definitely a good heads-up play out of them to just, you know, go ahead and cut your losses there. You're not going to break the unbreakable and just try to set up. But with that kill from Berkey, that may poke a hole in the defense a little bit. Ghost wins a big one against Culture, tries to slow him down. The Berkey's in through the front, able to find a big one there onto Ghost. Just one more player in Verbose to deal with. Verbose does get the kill with a little help from K-Jet, though, through the front side. And now it is a scramble here into the plane, but New York are getting the initial time.
Yeah, they're not making this comfy for Seattle. Or sorry, Seattle's not making this comfy, though, for New York. They are finding their way in. They found a lot of outside kills, and they're getting the kills now. That's a huge kill by Culture. They have now taken over this plane. It is two members of Seattle in, with number 3, Berkey, cutting off the entrance. He's getting shots on everybody here. Brian, and he kills top third now as well. So Seattle has broken this hill now. This is going to be climbing. This is a 60-point lead already, looking to get to maybe 100.
It's definitely going to be a lot to come back from here, but the New York SubPar do have the favorable spawn. They are getting over to Burger early, which may get them a guaranteed 60 and maybe get them back into this game a little bit. But you got to deal with Berkey with a big two-piece, tries to find 3, but Ghost holds strong. So they're going to have that initial spawn here, and now we're going to have to see a big break from the Sloths if they want to keep this lead.
Yeah, we're seeing New York make the right plays, right? Like, chalk it when you have to, get back, hold the time, hold the spawns you can do. But it's just, they need to find these kills now, because all of it will be put to waste if Seattle's able to clutch this yet again.
There we go. The pinches in, though. Culture through the back, able to find a big one onto Ghost. That's going to cause those arrows to turn. You got a little bit of help from the front, but they just weren't able to get anything going there as the rest of the squad was off respawn. And now every single kill here is just going to delay this a little bit further. And it's going to get New York just closer into this game here. And if they continue to hold Q, they can get a lot of time off book as well.
Yeah, you see they already have that member Jet placed in there. He finds a huge two-piece. This is good for New, and there's one man left on the point right now. Seems like we're going to make another attempt. Culture is just trying to weasel his way in, but he's got the cross taken, so this will be another tough push from him. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get in, and most of the time is already gone. So we see a great effort from New York. They are right back into this game with this effort they've made on these last 2 hills and going forward.
Yeah, that's a big wave of kills to get there, too. They get the initial time. K-Jet holds strong with some nice headshots there. So that's going to guarantee that first 10 seconds or so for them. The cruise missile does get called in, causes Seattle to freeze for a moment, but now the gunshots on the hill ring out. Verbose does unfortunately take out K-Jet, but he ends up finding Culture as well to continue to hold this time here. One more player to deal with in Zebra, but he gets taken out as well. And now you got New York just primed to take this lead.
Yeah, it's the strat, right? You kill your own teammates so we can spawn up and get you back a minute later. So that's just what you got to do on this map sometimes. Cover all your exits anyway. As we already see now, the Sloths kind of making an effort to look at New now, right? They want to get back on top of things. They've been playing behind the 8 ball these last couple of hills, so they're going to look to change that now. But New York has now taken the lead, 5 points up, looking to make it 10 more. And now we already see the control going off to New.
And Sloths are doing a good job here of trying to control that backside, and Berkey does find one on the chef back there. to kind of force that out, and that player 6 does spawn out here as Berkey makes a journey to the back, and Culture finds Ghost. So we may see a little bit of a reverse card here from the Sloths. Some great plays off this P1. They can find some of these initial kills, but Chef and Verbose combined for 2 in through the front. New York SubPar are going to continue to stretch the lead as Zebra is in through the back, able to deal a little bit of damage. But the Sloths do not seem very keen to attack this P1.
Nope, they had that great setup off the start. They were broken. That is what it is, they're saying. And they're going to just make sure they keep that security spawn and use it for the next hill. As they've set up their position, they've already got 2 guys out to that store position right now. Nobody coming just yet. Well, we should say that Verbose is on his way. They're going to try and get some contest time off this last hill. And nobody's peeking him just yet. They double chow. That will be successful. And Verbose has kind of made a name for himself on this other side. He's found another piece. He's going to be huge in the break to come.
Here we go, Verbose. He knows that player's there with the stun grenade, tosses the nade out, able to stand up and find Zebra. Now he's getting active. He gets some good timing, puts that player one shot and gets the cleanup. That could be key here as he's got some teammates here with him. They're going to get that initial time, and all of those slots just spawned out. New York SubPar is looking to go over 200 points here off this break. And Berkey gets found out in the back as well. Oh, but number 4 just spawned in the back. You got Culture back here. 0-3 spawned as well, Q.
Oh boy, the spawns have absolutely made this a mess right now, but either way, we got 3 Seattle Sloths trying to get in right now. They want to stop this bleeding right away. They don't really have the plane, but the kills are coming through. Verbose just will not go down in this hill. He will, though. The Donkey Dong is going to trade out another member, so we will look towards this plane, but New York has been really pushing the agenda lately, T.
Yes, they have, and that was some big kills there from Seattle Sloths to be able to get those back spawns and make good use of them, get some of that decent time. But New York is again playing ahead. You have Culture in through the back, able to find a nice kill onto Verbose, but they know he's here now. He's gonna have to try and play his life. He gets Chef as well. That's no more SubPar in the plane. He's gonna be able to get this initial time. This could be huge here as he continues to just deal damage here. He knows that player's there with the stun, but the wall just a little too thin as K-Jet gets the beat down off the reload. New York SubPar looking to close it out here.
Just big kill. That beatdown is going to make so much more time for them right now. That's like 10 seconds he bought alone, and Seattle's now trying to break. They know they need to break this, but they also need to get going for this new Burger Hill, right? We got 30 seconds left. They're going to look to claim this to get back into this one, but as we look to those 7 and 8 numbers on the map, they are going to that Burger Hill. They're going to be cut off by 2 security members. This rotation will be everything.
Ghost does find that initial kill back there. Verbose gets picked up on the hill as well. You got K-Jet getting the other New York SubPar are in Burger early. But a couple of the slots spawn up. They're in the back. Donkey Dong able to find one, but he gets taken down, and Verbose and Chef combine for the cleanup. And now New York SubPar, I mean, they're just looking in a great position here. It's going to take a lot of work from the slots to be able to get them out of this money hill.
Yeah, they put themselves in a position to win all game long, rotating early, making sure they had great holds, and they did it again on this last integral hill. There's 20 more points to go now. We need to see Seattle slide out. There we go. There's one member down. There's the second. Chet's going to get him too. That's going to be a trade back for Culture, but Jet's going to hold the line as well. Verbose finds one as well. 6 more points to go. They slide in. He's going to get picked up as well. This looks like it'll be New York's.
Wow, I mean, that was just a slaughter on the cross right there. Just all those guns, making it near impossible to get into that Burger Hill. And New York SubPar started a little cold on the map, but once they got some momentum behind them, once they were able to get ahead of the spot rotations a little bit, I mean, they were we got the terminal S&D already underway. Seattle Sloths and the SubPar squaring up here. And SubPar taking a very good map 1, but Culture's gonna find a nice seam, able to pick up Chef. And I believe he was the bomb planter, they're on defense there. So Seattle Sloths have found a couple kills early, Q, and they're getting that bomb down. I mean, they're coming out swinging.
Yeah, to say the least, this is not how my AIDS games have been going. They absolutely attacked that site. I can see how you got them confused for a second as they really came in hot. But Verbose able to turn things around, finding a big crucial entry kill to this. They're going to have to look to reclaim this site. It's going to start peeking. Verbose going to get some shots back onto him. They're going to see him come back now. Ghost up. There's 22 seconds left, though. They got to get moving.
Seattle Sloths are doing such a good job of just staying down. Just really making SubPar react. Now it's a big 2 dead, but big Zebra with the angle. He's going to buy just enough time to secure the round. The Seattle Sloths taking it 1-0 early. And I like the search IQ I'm seeing out of the Sloths. They played that very well there.
Yeah, we've seen everything too. Like they hit that site like with unreal speed, took the site, stayed down. They ended up getting traded pretty.
Again, folks,
Uh,
this time we got New York SubPar on the attack. Seattle Sloths are going to retain that first round that they won just a second ago. And Berkey is looking to take a second here, Q, with a nice first blood.
yeah, it'll really slow the pace down, right? You lose that member, every push gets that much harder, and so kind of back them members off, and he's already looking down that long haul. Gonna have all the information he needs to give his team on if this push is happening or not. This can be the kind of trap that you get put in on terminal, but as we kind of slow down a little bit, Jet's gonna try and get himself some vision. He's already got seeing some shoulder. He wants that piece of him, but teammates are making some movement. We got our bomb outside of the terminal. Oh, and he's dead.
Oh, Culture finds a ghost on the cross, and Verbose jumps down to grab the bomb, but almost gets punished, barely gets away with his life there. It's just now down to him and K-Jet to try and clutch this up for the squad. The Seattle Sloths have been able to defend to just 30 seconds left on the clock, and Culture finds another one onto Verbose. So they're looking to take a couple of rounds early here.
Yeah, like just that opening kill from Berkey right backing them down. Now K-Jet's getting pressed. Oh, the move's getting put on by Culture, but he's able to find that one. Jet not going to be able to win this one, unfortunately, with the positions of everybody. They're not going to give him the opportunity. So another strong round out of Seattle, and we remind you guys that that first round did count, so we are up to 2-0 Seattle here as we are going to swap sides again.
Some great search and destroy out of the Sloths so far. I mean, we saw some really good defensive setups there. You know, once Berkey's able to find that first blood off the planter heady, it just put New York in such a terrible position. Like, what do? You can't go, you can't walk out the front of book. You can't, jump down. Or you saw what happened to Chef and Verbose when they did that. I mean, it just makes it so difficult, once you get put up against the wall like that. But Seattle Sloths very fast in the last attacking round. Now they're just going to square up mid-map here and forced to kind of slow it down a little.
Yeah, this is good from the SubPar, right? They needed to do this. That last round, the first round, I should say, that their defense was the Seattle just kind of took up too much space too easy. So it's good to see SubPar making the adjustment, getting some shots out early, backing them down as we have this kind of four-man wide split. Shots coming in, they're going to get weak onto that top third, but Berkey will end up finding one as he has done now. 2 rounds in a row, and there's Donkey to help him out. That's 4-2 now. A lot of work for the SubPar to do.
Oh, and Ghost gets picked up as well by Culture. Now it's just K-Jet once again. He's able to find one kill, but the team chows are in. And Seattle Sloths take 3 rounds in a row to start it out here on Terminal. And they're wanting to extend this series out a little bit.
Yeah, really, we've just seen some great search from them, right? Like, they've been playing poised, and then when they get their numbers, they've been striking as a team. As it looked like K-Jet there must have been getting frustrated. It would just peek left, peek right, get bullets into them each time, but able to find one, not the second, but had a lot more coming. So maybe he will be their way back in. He's found the 2 kills so far for the SubPar. He's going to have to continue to stay hot, maybe get out there running quicker.
Yeah, it looked like he had maybe a class swap or something in mind as you see the smoke get thrown out. New York SubPar looking to make a play here early, but Berkey locking it down with a 2-piece. He's going to cause the SubPar to just sit in their tracks as they completely shut down that attempt onto the B bomb site there. And this may be another 4th round in a row here.
Yeah, you don't want this to happen right on this map, right? Terminal search and destroy. People just, you get an AR, gets hot, feels like he can hold anything himself, and Berkey, I know, is feeling that right now. Just found 2 kills, like you said, stopped them right in their tracks, no chance. And it's once again up to K-Jet. He's got one more man with him this time, but Culture gonna get shots already. K-Jet's got to check everything now. Berkey will find that, though, as quickly. It's a 3v1 again. Verbose has got to go huge here.
Well, he does have the bomb in his pocket, so that is convenient, but got a lot of Sloths to deal with, and Culture is the first man up, and he's going to find that kill. So that's 4 on the board for the Sloths. And now you're getting into crisis mode here if you are the New York SubPar. You're looking at giving up match point if you let another one of these rounds slip away.
Yeah, 4-0, but they've had moments. They just need to try and, like, they got to find this first kill, right? Like, it is just, like, on defense, you got to Don't choke your Ds. They always say this, and it's even more important in a matchup like this with the Biggles involved. So need to be worried out there. Verbose, they need to hold the plane. They need to hold their positions and just can't get picked by Berkey.
No, you gotta just stop that right now because he is on a 5 streak as well. He's 5-0. K-Jet looking for the first blood, but just able to do a little bit of damage to a couple players. Not able to get anything here. And the Seattle Sloths now have put themselves in a weird position here as they're going to have to try and maybe find a pick before they can move on the map at all.
If I'm KJ, I'm getting restless. I've put bullets into people and not found anything. So I'm looking for that kill more than ever. And Berkey, you know, is looking for it. You know he's looking for that one, but he's able to get out of there. They're just a little not sure right now. They don't really have an idea of numbers, but they're going to push anyway. Culture is in. He's going to get traded quickly, though. Ghost has done his job. He's slowed this push down, but then Donkey Dog on the other side going to take out KJ.
I'd like to see a little more reaction here, and Dong is able to find it. Berkey finds Ghost. He's going to pick up the cruise missile and get the bomb down here. So now the Seattle Sloths are putting themselves in a near impossible lose scenario. You got Verbose once again up to bat. He's able to find the first kill, looks for the second, and he picks it up. The Biggles are no more. And now it's just Dong or Verbose and Berkey in the 1v1.
Lost track of thoughts there, but Verbose hasn't. He's locked. He's got 20 seconds, though. He's got to start checking. Berkey's going to look right now. That timing's not going to work out, unfortunately. Finding the two, unable to finish the third, but another insane round out of Berkey. He has now put them on match point. I remind you all, we are at 5-0 right now. And Berkey is up to 7-0 and showing.
Yeah, the guy is having a near perfect search and destroy right now. We'll have to see how he uses this cruise missile here in the last round, and I assume they will use it here on the defense. So you can drop one right there on that P1 towards the B side and kind of, you know, just keep New York from getting very close over there on the burger side at all. It seems like New York may know that as they're going to try to hang out around here, but you got to be careful. Over on Dreams, there is a window as well, so that cruise missile could be huge.
Yeah, the cruise definitely has its value here, right? That we have to wait for Culture. He's playing this below window spot. This is almost denying that push in itself when he chooses to peek, I guess. But they got that black plane action too. And Chef, I don't know if you're ready for this, but I hope you are if you make this decision. He's got the gun advantage and everything, but let's see what this looks like. Culture's got a lot coming for him. Gonna get shots, find the first one. The second chow looks like it's coming from Chef now. He's gonna chow out. Culture's ready for him though, but Chef's gonna find that back. He absolutely needed that. They backed down the Seattle, but then Zebra finding one on the other side on Verbose.
Oh, but Zebra does get traded out by Chef. New York keeping it very mixy here, but those wall bangs are good. Chef is very weak, and it's gonna open up a seam for Berkey. He's gonna try to get in through the backside, and he does find Ghost. The bomb goes down, but it's Chef in a 1v2 situation here to try and save the map for his squad. And Berkey's just going to give him a shoulder and get out. Wait for Donkey to try and get something done, and Donkey does it. And that is going to be Seattle Sloths perfect in the map too, 6-0.
Yeah, 6-0. Berkey remains perfect as well at 8-0, and it just didn't feel like he could do any wrong by the end of that. But it's what good players do, right? They put themselves in positions where just seems to work out. And I mean, Culture was doing a lot of heavy lifting underneath that window there that last round. So really an all-around team effort. We've seen a clutch in that first round from a 3 action. It is getting hot in here. Berkey looking to continue his success onto this map now. We're going to already see a quick push to B. This is going to get gun blazing real quickly.
Oh, that's a big opener from Chef there. So they're going to try to get aggressive over towards that B side right away. Little unorthodox here is it's very, very easy to catch, but the trades fire off. The Seattle Sloths come out on top. They're able to squash that B hit. Oh, but as I say it, Verbose does find a big kill there. He is traded out, though, to the SubPar. Back to the drawing board here, and they got to get past Berkey, trying to get at some cheeky spawn kills here.
Yeah, we said Berkey's going to be looking for those power positions, and he already found one of the most easy ones of them all to keep you in your spawn, and he's just dealing in there. Gonna find 2. He's keeping at least 2 guys in the spawn, if not the third that just spawned up. So a lot of work gonna have to be done by Ghost to create some room for his teammates here, as Berkey has a lot of power in this position. Already down to 30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, he almost got away with it right there too if Chef didn't check it, but that's a 2-piece for the kid. He's going to go ahead and hop into A, and he's got a lot of teammates here with him. The trophy is down. That's probably going to be that first tick right away as Verbose is able to take out Zebra. So now you got a position where the New York SubPar are able to get A pretty cleanly here, which is not very much time left on the board. So they only got a minute 20 as Culture finds 2 off the transition. And now they got to break this Diner Hill.
Yep, the lighter of the work has been done for sure, as we see Verbose is kind of taking that long flank. They've got the others all up in the front right now, as KJet's going to rip a man off the head. He has a big kill. And Top Red will trade him out, though. Culture's going to turn around and beat the other man as well, I guess, as we are seeing, though. But let's take a look at Verbose. He's the last man back. Teams all die, but the close spawn up might give them a chance to do this if they're able to take out Donkey in here, which they are. Now they can spring their man Verbose into action. He's currently waiting on the flank, though, but all these members are pushed up. Vulture's now going to get on a flank of his own. He'll get picked up, though. Verbose finds one now, too. This is a good spot for the SubPar.
Somebody was vaping over there as well. As now the New York SubPar are able to get into B in a big way. That's all 4 of them, or 3. Now there's all 4 hopping in there. They're just going to stack it right up, and I don't think there's anything the Sloths can do to stop this here. And that's going to be the SubPar taking the first round. I mean, pretty easily.
Yeah, they did it. Kind of went back and forth, right? They found that first blood, and then they dropped 3 right away, and then it's Berkey gets into that really good spot up in top kind of 3 area, and once they killed him, though, they were just a one-team wrecking crew right on the way to B. And that final flank from Verbose was kind of the nail in the coffin. They get 4 men on the point, and yeah, easy as that. 1-0 now for the New York SubPar bouncing back in the series.
There we go. We got Verbose on a 4 streak as well, so he may be looking to get a cruise early in this round here. So now they find themselves on the defense. They're looking to not give up that B side right away. They're sending Ghost over here, and he's going to get that info for his team. Fellas, they are here, and KJet's going to be able to get a couple on the cross, but the Seattle Sloths are reacting so quick. They're able to get behind Diner in a hurry, and they're going to get that clock stopped at a minute 10, and they've already got a ticket.
Yep, Chef's in, though. He's going to get picked up, though. That'll be the trade. There's still 2 members on. This is still going to get captured fairly quickly. Verbose is going to find the other one. Now the break is in. Here's Ghost, but he'll get picked up by Verbose as well. They're able to stop the bleeding at the 2 ticks, as now it looks like the Sloths have turned their focus to A.
There we go. The Sloths doing a great job of just spreading this defense out here. Chef's going to be the first man in, but he does get traded out quick. Berkey with a couple kills there. Ghost is able to pick up 1. You got Verbose there, but Berkey once again with the trade. Berkey, big damage onto Ghost as well. You do not want to chow this man. Pick your gunfights wisely. He's doing lots of damage, and Culture is over in the Diner Hill as well. He was able to get that second tick.
Got that second tick finish, and Berkey's still trying to keep the push alive on A, but not able to. So we do need to look at the clock now, right? There's only a minute left. They do have the 4 segments now. You can kind of pick your site, but that clock will be working against you.
Verbose. That could have been very big if he would have picked that up, but Culture's going to be able to stop the clock at 55. His Chef's going to find 1, looking for 2. An awkward gunfight here, as it's going to be the Zebra trying to get away with his life. I think he's going to be able to for a moment here, but you've got the Sloths able to capture B, so that's going to make A very hard to defend here, but you got Chef in the pit already. He knows what needs to be done.
Yeah, it has to hold. It's a rare defense we usually see, right? Usually you see that B take in second, but either way, they've got to do it now. Verbose finds 1 there. Ghost's going to now get a trade on the other one. KJet, excuse me. As these kills are coming through, and Seattle is trying to take a new approach. I'm sure they don't have all that much experience at pushing only the 8 point.
No, not in these situations. It can be hard to get in there, and I think Ghost and KJet are in the positions to be in right now. Up here on this top bridge, top AC, you can see why right here. Ghost getting some quick spawn kills. Culture with a big one onto KJet on the backside, though. It's going to open it up a little bit, but as the clock is getting close to a minute, you've only got 9 respawns for the Seattle Sloths, so they need to try to put together a team push here real quick.
And Berkey's up top. He's finding those kills. They've got Ghost and KJet now. There's only so many more to go. The Culture going to slide on him and find that one. Verbose trades 1 back, but he is the last man alive, and they are in the hill right now. Berkey's counting time. He's got a trophy on hill. Donkey's going to find his trade. Zebra's going to get the other. Ghost flying in. He'll get turned on by the dog himself. Chef's going to find a kill on the outside, but it won't matter. Sloths finding the last push they need to tie us up at 1.
Wow, the Seattle Sloth not easily removed. they were able to react off some key kills there. You can see the donkey coming in over the top with a big 2-piece to ice out the round. And that's a couple attacking wins back to back here. So we got ticks all evened out, and I don't think it's going to matter who gets defense at the end here because these teams seem able to attack.
Yeah, and in many different ways, right? Like, yeah, we just seen the rare kind of A-cap second, but they were able to do it, right? Once we found Ghost and KJ get taken out of that top position, it was easy street for them, at least how it looked anyway. I'm sure it was still tough to execute, but already we got the SubPar again on this B push.
They're going to try to get in here early once again. Donkey's going to back him down on that opposite side. It's going to make it very difficult, but the kill on the Culture is going to open it wide. And KJ finds a second one as well. And there's a third for Verbose. In like Flynn, they're able to get a couple around that diner hill. They're going to keep that clock stopped at a minute. And now the race is on from Seattle to try and cross this dumpster. But Ghost is good for 2. Berkey does find KJ, but that may just slow him down enough. You got 1 tick already off the board.
Yeah, and it's tough, right? This killing somebody off of this heady here is just, it is not an easy feat. So I'm sure they'll look to get another guy in that position, but they got a flanker in now. This is going to be Seattle's last attempt, but all these outside kills are coming too easily unless Berkey does it, who's going to find his way in like he needs to. They'll back them down. 2 ticks on the B is all they'll have for now, as they seem to have turned some of their focus to A, but 2 more guys are banging out office right now. They're going to walk right by him, though. Berkey's going to pick up 1. Verbose turns for the other, though, and Berkey's going to go back in, I bet. So here we go. Verbose going to get the cap going. Will Culture get him?
Wow. I mean, honestly, that spawn that those 2 members of the New York SubPar were able to get there close red, be able to just keep the pressure at B and secure that A cap was really great. And you had Verbose able to get a big kill to be able to cross into that diner. So that just pretty much secured that and the round here. So they got a minute 40 to take 1 tick off B. I think the New York SubPar can do it.
Yeah, definitely possible, but it's going to be up to this man. Berkey's been one having to do it before. And so has Culture helping him out. They both find 2 on the map. Chef's trying to track him now. He's going to find him. That's the kill. They're going to look to go in on this action now. I'm sure they've got Berkey down. They're going to look to find more as they are gassing the delay and the interruption. But New York was able to close that out in a 3-2 finish, and it put us onto match and point here now in this invasion hardpoint. We're going to get right back into the action. Hang out already at 2-1, dude.
There we go. P1 well underway here, and we've got the Seattle Sloths able to hold the good side for now, but they're not getting too much of this initial time here after New York's able to get a good wave of kills. Now you got Verbose trying to keep the front pushed out, but he does get picked up. The pinch is in on the hill, but a nice little re-break there from New York to shut that last push down. So that's going to force Seattle to go ahead and rotate around. They got to really try to not give up these spawns here.
Oh, and KJ gonna find a huge 2-piece to make at least Zebra question himself here now as he's looking back, and he has the spawn right, but there's guys on either side of him, and we now see Seattle spawn out. This is what you would call a horrific start for them now as this goes into the next hill, and New York has the good spawns, has the setup, but we need to see them find a break right now. Donkey's gonna find the first one.
That's a big kill at Donkey. Gonna open it up as Culture's able to get a follow-up. Make it 2 as he slides onto KJ, and he's gonna keep extending that out, but Verbose does shut him down. He's gonna have to try and play his life here, but he's not able to get it done as Berkey finds that kill as well. So that's an immediate re-break there from the Seattle Sloths. And all right, you know, game respect game. If they're able to break like that, you can give up those spawns, but you know, it's gonna be a little risky here as now New York is just right back in.
Yeah, they broke it, but they didn't really get much time from it, and they wanted to gain more, and KJ off to a 7-1 hot start. But Seattle doing what they need to here. They focus on the next hill. You can't get stuck in this game thinking about what happened on the last one, unfortunately. So the Dong's going to collect 2 there, and Berkey will find the 3rd. So they have a good start to this next P3. Now they need to find some big time here to get themselves back into this one.
Yeah, they got to collect a lot here, and this hill can be pretty easy to hold as long as you can keep that flank from happening. You can see number 6 on the map and KJ working around, and as his teammates find some kills, it's going to open it up for those New York SubPar to try to get in here. It's a big kill from Zebra, but now he's left all alone, and he's not able to find another one as Verbose gets a nice 2-piece, and New York coming out hot here in this map 4. They flip the script once again.
Yeah, just always willing to break, even in that control, right? We've seen them flying at the position, so Nice to see that from a team just having that unburning desire to get in there. But the Donkey and Zebra are going to connect for all four, baby. The Biggles taking them all down. 20 seconds is theirs for the taking now as Zebra flying out. These guys are heating up.
Yeah, there we go. Zebra trying to get away with his life here. He's got a lot of arrows around him.
Good trade now, though.
Yeah, that opened it up a little bit to allow Berkey to get a kill and stay in a key position here, but he's got to keep getting kills, and he finds K-Jet. If Berkey can stay alive, it's huge. Give his teammates a little bit of time to come and help here, but this initial is at least going to go to the Sloths for now. That's going to be everything they can ask for here. He does get picked up, but that allowed the team to get at least up on the street a little bit. Get the repinch from K-Jet as Donkey's going to find the player off hill. They're doing a great time of just not letting them get too much time here.
Just this last member able to crawl in here. Nobody in a position to kill him will mean like almost 15 more additional seconds. The work was almost done. But again, you have to commend Seattle. They made a great attempt to that hill, and they know they need to focus on getting this back palace. This can be 60 seconds. And if this is a big first kill, Donkey's going to find that one. So all arrows pointed out now, right? They need to find all 60 seconds here because they're going to be down more than that.
Yeah, they really need this. Chef finds a big one. K-Jet able to help him out a little bit there as they find Culture early. But now it's going to be Chef trying to jump top American. A risky play almost works out for him. But the team shots are good, and Culture is holding the line with the rival. That's going to make it very difficult here as this initial time is going to the Seattle Sloths, and they are well underway for that full 60.
Culture just having the presence of mind there to turn around and make sure to help with these kills that are kind of all around them was absolutely critical there as they're able to keep their four-man front out, looking outwards. And now Verbose finding the first kill on the break, but nobody really moving for Seattle. I like this out of them, right? Even if they were to break now, there'd be only 20 seconds to gain, as we already see Culture's now going to get to play spoiler on the outside.
Culture with the spawn out, but it's going to allow him to repinch a little bit, and I mean, it just causes those arrows to turn. So at this point, even if this player from the New York SubPar does allow a break, like you're only getting 10 seconds here. So you might as well go to next, and you got a pretty much clean slate. And there is the break. K-Jet's going to find that last 5, but the main gunfights are going down on P1. And with this timing here, that's going to be Seattle Sloths getting in early.
Get your Seattles in the chat, guys. They are finding their way back into this. Everyone on their side, maybe, including the COD timings there. But Zebra's got to go in and go huge here. He's going to find the second, too, which is big. Donkey going to be the next one to attack this point. Boboso is a tough kill, though, and he is going to find that one. So maybe New York showing that they are still in control of this game, finding these kills onto P1 where they were so strong the first time around. But Seattle's done a good job to claw their way back into it.
This is the story of Invasion right here. After you don't get the Palace Hill, you have to go big on P1 and especially P2 to try to get yourself, you know, just back in. But this is looking like a full 60 off P1, so
yeah,
you can already see Seattle Sloths setting up over towards the P2 side. They know what's going on, and they're going to try to just keep staying ahead of these rotations here.
Yeah, which is good, right? We need to see that in this game, but you do need to find these. They were broken last time and then re-broken, and they're broken again, so they need to somehow come on top of those trades this time. And they seem to be doing so. Big 2 kills from Donkey. Culture will find the other. This is going to be the time for the Sloths, at least off the get-go. They're going to find that guy trying to come through mid-palace there, or mid-courtyard, so this is a good hold from Seattle. They need to hold strong.
Oh, that's a big kill from Ghost, and he's able to just stay alive and stay annoying here as the break from the front's going down, but they got to get past the Bagels. They're able to get 3 off that. Verbose, though, gets a timing and gets 2. Make it 3. Verbose doing it all. 18-8 right now for the break, and that may put them over 200 points here as the Seattle Sloths are forced to give it up.
Culture trying to make a late break, right? 20 seconds to be gained, but Verbose is just too aware. He's going to have that one as well. Big Ol is Zebra's trying to make his way to the back, but Ghost will have that. This is not an early rotation for Seattle at all with how that ended up going, and this Chef cooking up some kind of a flank behind them, I guess. Going to find 2 free ones. On everybody weird. This is an ugly spawn ice cream now with a hill that is gone. New York in such a powerful position. This is going to be almost impossible for the Sloths.
I mean, that was as big of a play as you could ask for out of Verbose there, to be able to bust that open and allow his team to be able to just kind of move freely on the map off of those, you know, that big respawn. He sent 3 of them back to hell there, and he's continuing to find these kills. just putting away the Seattle Sloths, as now this lead is getting near insurmountable, and they continue to march towards 250.
And Verbos just will not go down. He is just doing it to them over and over again. Look at Chef now. He's going to find this kill on the outside. 12 more seconds for the win. This is starting to look like it's over. Berkey's going to find a kill on the outside. They have to go. They only have 5 seconds. They have to get in there. The grenade's going to go. It'll be picked up by a trophy. Here comes Donkey with the chow, but Verbos will not go down. He will clean it up. He'll call game. What a performance out of him. Ending, I think, must have been 23, 24, and 10 or 9 there, and just having a game to really offset what was a very valiant effort out of the Sloths to get back in after such an ugly start.
Yeah, you know, the Sloths were able to bounce back.